Hey gang, it's Demir from Lifehack Method. Today, I'm going to kick off something big, a 4-month fasting challenge. I'm going to do 4 fasts across a 4-month period, and I'm looking to lose 40 pounds. So if you're not a regular on this channel, my name is Demir Bentley. Welcome. I'm the head coach at Lifehack Method. Most people know me as a productivity coach, but really I'm obsessed with human potential. I'm obsessed with finding better ways of doing things, and that includes my health and my body. Now, I'm not going to go too deep into my personal story, but there are some things that you should know about me before you watch this video. First, I have struggled with my weight my entire life. And to make it worse, I have a twin brother who has never struggled with his weight. Now, on the positive side, that gives me a great baseline of what I could and should look like at a healthy weight. On the negative side, having a twin walking around looking great when you're fat can be a bummer if you let it. Second, I have a mild eating disorder called BED, binge eating disorder. Now, I say mild because it hasn't affected my health or my livelihood, and this video isn't about that, so you can look that up if you're interested. I only tell you because it does put limits on how I can engage in dieting and fasting and stay in a healthy mindset. And third, this should be obvious, but I'm not a doctor. I'm not a medical professional. I'm not a health professional, and I don't have advice for anyone. I'm just sharing my own experience for educational purposes, and I do have a doctor who is supervising me during this experiment. Cool. With that out of the way, let's talk about the challenge. I'm going to attempt to do 4 fasts across 4 months and lose 40 pounds of weight. Now, the fasts are only going to be for 10 days at a time, once per month. The rest of the time, I'm just going to eat normally. And by normally, I mean normally, like I don't eat keto or low carb or vegan, just normal. And in truth, it's actually not even a real fast. I'm going to be doing something called a protein sparing modified fast. That's just a fancy way of saying that I'm not going to eat anything except protein, no carbs, no fat, and I'll probably be in like a 700 to 800 calorie deficit every day. So we're not talking about something as extremely painful or, psychically challenging as a water fast for 10 days. But it is going to put me in a deep state of ketosis and a caloric deficit at the same time. Now, there's a lot of nuance here, and I'm not the right person to explain it, so I'm going to bring in an expert for future videos to actually explain how this works. Now, I've also done this before, so I know what to expect. And because I'm technically obese, I usually lose a pound of fat per day that I'm doing this fast. Now, obviously, that includes water weight and muscle loss. Unfortunately, I don't have access to a DEXA body scanner yet, but I will be measuring my belly and thighs with a tape measure. I have calipers that I'll be using, and I'll be taking photos daily as well. Now, the difference with this fast is that I want to go farther than I did in the past. The past 2 times that I did this fast, 2 things happened. 1, I got complacent. Around the 200-pound mark, I start to like how I look, and I just really lose motivation to push into that healthier range. And 2, and most importantly, I fixed my bad eating patterns over the last year or so. That's what I've been focusing on, because it really is stupid to drain the water out of a bathtub without fixing the leaky faucet. So for the past year, I've really been focusing on healthy eating where I don't gain weight. And I feel like I've really cracked that code finally. I'm actually going to do a separate video on that if you're interested. So now it's time to get down to a healthier weight. I'm ready. Let's talk about where I'm at right now. I'm at 220 pounds. My twin brother regularly weighs between 175 and 180, so I'm not trying to diet below a healthy range for my body and my musculature. An online calculator that I use thinks that I'm at 30% body fat. If anything, I think that grossly is underestimating it. I had a DEXA scan in 2015 that had me at 205 pounds and showed me at 33% body fat. I'm 220 right now, so basically I'm obese. But there are some things that you should know about me before you watch this video. First, I have struggled with my weight my entire life. And to make it worse, I have a twin brother who has never struggled with his weight. Now, on the positive side, that gives me a great baseline of what I could and should look like at a healthy weight. Let's talk about the rules for a second. I mean, really, there aren't many rules. First of all, if for any reason I feel like this is becoming unhealthy mentally or physically, I give myself permission to quit because my health has to come first. Now, I'm going to be following a program created by my personal Obi-Wan Kenobi. His name is actually Obi. I'm going to link that below, and we're going to have him on in future videos explaining how it works. The only other interesting limitation is that I'm going to be working out 4 times per week throughout the whole thing, when I'm fasting and when I'm not fasting. Not intense workouts, just workouts. And I'm not going to be running like 10 miles a day or anything to accelerate the results. The fast is the only mechanism for weight loss here, not working out and not some other type of dieting. For me, a big part of this is proving to myself that I've found a level of sustainability, and the whole point of losing this weight is to not regain it. So my results in the off period are probably going to be just as interesting as my results in the on period. Okay, again, disclaimer, you can never make everyone on the internet happy, and frankly, I could use an hour just doing disclaimers. Suffice to say, I am a surprisingly healthy 40-year-old obese man, except for my abdominal fat. My doctor is shocked, actually, at my blood results, my cardio, my blood pressure, any other health indicators, but I do have an abnormally high level of abdominal and visceral fat. That is strongly correlated with early mortality. So again, the disclaimer here is I really have done the work. I invested the time and money. I've done the tests. I'm supervised by a doctor who knows my health history, but still, I'm not recommending anyone do this. This video is just documenting my experience and it's for educational purposes only. So why even make this video? Why not just do it and then film the results afterwards? Because I know I need accountability. Gang, I know for a fact that I can do this. I've done it before. I can get down to 200 pounds easy. I did it last year and the year before. The reason I'm putting this challenge out there now is to keep me on the hook, to get down to a healthier weight range around 180 pounds, because I know that I can maintain that now. It has taken a long time for me to get to this place, I'll be honest, but now I'm ready and I'm asking you for accountability. I'm going to be posting my first results video the 3rd week of July. All right. Now, I've put that out there. I am really on the hook. I'm really committed. Let's do this.